What's up everybody, it's your girl TK and welcome back to my channel. So this is my natural hair, guys. This is legit what it looks like after I blow dry it. Your girl looks like Tina Turner, but that's okay. So I wanted to show you guys from beginning to end how I do this one particular hairstyle. I call it the Ariana because it's kind of my take on Ariana Grande's hair. So to do this look, you are going to need a straightener. I'm using a GHD. I kind of feel like for my hair, only a GHD is going to work, or I can't remember what they're actually called. There's like another one. And it's just a GHD, or those ones that can straighten my hair. You will need bobby pins. I've already put heat protective serum in my hair, so you need that. Some hairspray, oil elixir, and some hair gel, and a baby toothbrush. Alright, let's go. It's really important that you kind of section off like a good chunk, like a small bit of your hair. Like if you've got heaps of hair like mine and you try and straighten it too fast by like just grabbing big bits and straightening, you're going to end up with like a little mini afro. It's not gonna be a vibe, sis. Don't do that. While I'm telling you guys how I do my hair, I'm also going to tell you a story. This story is 100% real, whānau. This really happened to me. So on my brother's 21st, I was 19 years old, and my parents had hired out this club called Club Pony, which is in like Auckland Viaduct kind of area. Above the club that my parents had hired out was a strip club called Showgirls. So this was a vibe. They had like the back emergency door exit open for us, which backed out onto like a back street in Auckland, so that smokers and stuff could go out there. So like me and all my cousins, we went out the back for a cigarette. We were all pretty pissed because there was a bar tab. And yeah, so anyway, we see this old lady, right? And she's like walking towards us. She's carrying foot spas of all things. So one of my cousins yells out to her and she's like, hey, do you need a hand with that stuff? She's like, yeah, I've got some more in my car. If you guys could help me, that would be so nice. And so this lady, she would have been about mid-60s. She looked like full grey hair, and it was done in like a librarian bun. This woman honestly looked like a librarian. She had a blouse on, like a collared blouse with a cardigan and like a knitted skirt type situation that went below her knees with like socks and like nurse's shoes. So we didn't obviously think anything other than like, oh, this old lady's like carrying all the stuff, she needs a hand. So then when one of my cousins like, come on, let's go, she needs a hand. So then we were like, okay, sweet. So we all run down to the car and each of us grab a foot spa. None of us questioned why this old lady had a foot spa. We just like, we're like, okay, what else? Grab a foot spa. Cousins, let's go. So then anyway, she's like, okay, it's just up here. And she turns around, she kind of looks at all of us, and then she's like, wow, you guys are all really beautiful looking girls. And we were like, oh, thanks. She's like, no, really? Do you guys want to see where I work? One of my cousins was kind of like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Your brother's 21st is happening right now. Like, we're wasting our time. There is a bar tab. Let's go. But I was kind of like intrigued, you know? So I'm like, no, I want to see. Like, she wants to show us where she works. Like, why? I want to see. So anyway, she's like, okay, girls, come with me. We walk through, and then all of a sudden there's like this room with this like curtain thing up. She pulls the curtain, and there's like a sunken lounge in the floor, right? And it looks like a spa type situation, but only a half spa. So there's all these women sitting on this seat, and some of them look young, some of them look older, but like they were wearing the skimpiest things you've ever seen in your entire life. Like one had just like 2 straps that covered her tits, and then another one had like safety pins down the side of her dress and like just guts bulging. Like it wasn't glamorous at all. Like it was really seedy as looking ladies. I feel bad, but like I'm just telling you guys what I saw. There was like one really skinny girl there, and she was obviously on drugs. And like they all, honestly, these women looked at us like, who the fuck are these bitches? So we were intimidated because they were quite intimidating women. And so we were like all kind of like looking down like, yeah, okay, next shot, what the fuck is this? And so then we go down the hallway and she takes us into this room. Now in the room is like red velvet carpet and all of the walls are mirrors. The roof is mirrors. There's a 4-poster bed with like all red sheets, like red bed upholstery. And then there in the corner where we're standing next to the door, there's a spa and that's also red. So everything in this room is just like this like really deep burgundy-ish red sexual color. And I'm buzzing the fuck out. My cousin, who was like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, let's go. Was like, oh my god, oh, do you fucking know what this place is? And I'm like, bro, did you honestly just fucking click? I clicked as soon as that fucking curtain opened. We're in a brothel, sis. And so then anyway, she's like, so this old 65-year-old fucking librarian looking lady is taking us through her workplace. Like, she's a house mum, man. Like, what? So anyway, we go into this room and she's like, okay, girls, so what happens is, first of all, you're obviously sitting where the girls are sitting. The men come through, they take a look at you, and then they pick one of you. You get up, take them into this room, and so first you start off in the spa. Now, when you're in the spa, you give them a massage, you let them look at you through all of the mirrors and the roof. You tell him how beautiful he is. And because you got to remember, at the end of the day, he comes home to somebody that looks like me. And so you give him a massage, you're letting him look at you from all the angles, and you really work the clock. And we're like, okay, what do you mean by work the clock? She's like, well, you get $200 an hour. And we're like, $200 an hour? And like, this is, so I was 19. This is about 10 years ago. Wait, is it? Yeah, about 10 years ago. So that was like heaps of money back then. So I was kind of like, wowzers, that's a lot of money. Still wasn't coming into my mind that like I wanted to do it, but I was just like, wowzers, that's a lot of money. So anyways, well, it's not a lot of money when you think about what you have to do. You know what I mean? So anyways, she's like, then you get onto the bed, you do sort of the similar things. Now this 4-poster bed, I don't know if you guys know, but some 4-poster beds have like a curtain or some shit like that on the top. This one didn't. It just had the curtains on the sides of the bed, but obviously the mirrors were up here so you can still see everything. Nasty, bro. Honestly, it honestly kind of reflected like some sort of weird 50 Shades of Grey type situation room. Like, honestly, I'm pretty sure that room is red as well. Weird. It must be like, red mustn't be an aphrodisiac color or some shit. Anyway, so she's like, so you get on the bed and you know, working it, and then you massage him again, you tell him how beautiful you are, he is, blah, 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 blah. And then my mate, she goes, so do we just have to like rub him and make him feel pretty? And then she goes, well, no. There is definitely a level of sex involved. Now, by this stage, like, we're 19-year-old, 18-year-old girls. Like, we are buzzing the fuck out. We are just, like, there just for shits and giggles, to be honest. Like, we've kind of found ourselves in this, like, really out-of-it position. But we're, like, not interested, but we're interested. Does that make sense? Like, we're, like, we don't want to do it, but we're like, oh, fuck. Like, one of my cousins, as soon as she realized the penny drop that it was like a brothel, she was like hella uncomfortable. She was like, I want to go. Like, let's get the fuck out of here. I want to leave. And I was kind of like, bro, I've never been in a brothel before. I want to fucking have a look, you know? This is like out of it. But I want to see. Fuck. So then, as soon as she said, no, there's a level of sex involved, blah, 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 we're like, oh, yeah, fuck, nah, it's all good. So anyway, we're like, thank you. Still trying to be polite because obviously we're still looking at her like, bro, this old lady looks like a fucking librarian, man. We're like, thanks so much for this opportunity to show us your workplace. But we're good. And she was like, no worries, girls. We'll definitely take one of my cards because you guys would make a lot of money here. And we were like, yeah, cool, thanks. No worries, thank you. And we leave. Anyways, we come out and we go back down the stairs and my mum's standing down there. My mum's like, where have you lot been? And I'm like, oh, mum, fuck. Oh my gosh, you're going to buzz out. She's like, hurry up, your brother's speeches are on. Let's go. So I'm like, okay, sweet. So we go inside, do the speeches, whatever. And then we're like sitting down inside the club. And like my mum and dad are sitting there. And it's just me, my mum and dad. And my mum's like, where were you? Where did you guys go? And I'm like, oh, we fucking asked this old lady if she needed a hand with like carrying up these foot spa things. And then she was like, oh, want to see my workplace? And we were like, yeah, okay. And then, next minute, mum, she offered us a job as a prostitute. My mum was like, what? And I was like, yeah, fuck, it was out of it. She goes, where? Fucking old bitch. And I was like, yeah, no, it was upstairs. It was up, just so, like, if you go out there and then you go up those stairs, fuck, it's a brothel up there, mum. There's like full-on girls sitting in there with like these like make your own fucking slutty ball gowns. And like gaps is hanging out and everything. Like it's fucking out of it up there. And she reckons you get $200 an hour. Mum goes, oh, don't even think about it, Te Aroha. And I'm like, 100% I'm not fucking thinking about it. I'm just telling you what the fuck happened. She's like, oh, fucking old bitch. I got a good mind to go up there and fucking give her a hiding. Asking my daughter if she wants to do something like that. How disgusting. Anyways, I was just cracking up. I was like, yeah, it was fucking out of it. I don't even know how the fuck that happened, but it was interesting anyways. And my dad's sitting there looking real uncomfortable. He's like, don't go back up there, miss. And I'm like, oh, fuck, man. I don't know why you guys have to tell me this so many times. I'm obviously not going to. Plus a bit of a wild child. Not like that, though. You know, I'm not going to become a prostitute. Damn, come on guys, give me some more fucking credit. But yeah, I was a bit of a fucking wild child growing up, so I'm sure they were like, oh my god, this is gonna be the worst thing in the whole fucking world if she ever gets into anything like that. Ew. Honestly, I honestly thought about it straight away, like, ew, well, like, $200, yuck. No. Like, I remember one of my cousins saying like, bro, you can make quite a lot of money, eh? Like, imagine if it like took 3 hours at $600. And I was like, bro, did you see those bitches up there? Did you see what they looked like? He ain't gonna last fucking 3 hours. Get out of here, sis. Yuck. And, ooh, yuck. Could you just imagine the ferals that walk through there? Disgusting, man. I think I told one of my mates this story, literally, and then she goes, fuck, I'd rather eat animal shit than be a prostitute. And I was kind of like, why would you compare it to that though? You know, why would you? I get it, but animal shit, I still bring that analogy up to my friend all the time. I remember we were with our other mates, though, everybody in the car was like, animal shit? Like, what are you even talking about, wait? So yeah, that was the story about one time I got offered a job as a prostitute and got walked through a brothel. Gross. Now, what we do is basically we go through the same process, sectioning of the hair. So, tip, the smaller the curls, and like the tighter they are, the longer it's going to last. So if you want the smaller the curls, so that means that you grab like a smaller strand of hair like this. Alright, and then you get your GHD and you spin it outwards on an angle, right? And then hold it for a little bit longer, little bit longer, little bit longer. This is how you make it super curly. A little bit longer, a little bit longer, rather than just running it down. See? And then you get like this really tight 2005 curl. Bro, don't lie. Everybody that's 30, you guys all went to the ball with hair like this. Don't lie to me. tight as little as curls that were tight as, and the whole thing was curled except for the front. The fringe was straight. Don't lie. Don't lie to me, man. I know. Yeah, we just keep curling. Alright, let's keep on curling. Like so. I hate doing this side, it's so awkward for me. Look. Okay, so if this ever happens to you, right, and you've got like one like random ugly curl, you have to wait for the curl. Don't try and fix it straight away, it won't work. You have to wait for the strand to go cold, so the heat to come out of the curl, and then you can do it again. Okay. Oh my gosh, there has to be an easier way to do this, sis. And I'm just like over it now. Well, not over it, but like I've like lost my mojo, if that makes sense. Okay, right, that'll do. Okay, so finish it off with like one last little blast. Okay, now that your hair looks like this, these two bits that are straight. Okay, now run your fingers through it so that you get these like soft curls. This is kind of what I feel like people want their hair to look like when they buy one of those like mermaid curler things. They want their hair to look a little bit more like this, and it doesn't, and that's why you find so many of them on the marketplace. Because they're like, ew, I don't even like my hair like this. It looks crimped. Okay, so this bit, right, you get, so it's important for me that I have like the right ratio of hair. So that's good. See that? Just above the airline. I cut it just above the airline right here. Okay. Then I get my brush. Yeah. Okay, then I get my brush and I like brush it into a ponytail. Alright. Hoses. I'm not elegant about this. Like, I've seen so many YouTube tutorials and you never look this like awkward. Whatever. That's why you guys like me, because they keep it real, right? So I'm a real one. Oh, relax. Relax, TK. Okay. Cute. So this is what I do. Okay, then you get your hair tie. Once you've got like, it needs to be pretty smooth, this bit, guys. So just make sure that there's no like lumps and bumps and whatever. And then go like this. So you got to make sure that it's like right on the top of your head, okay? Not like back, but like right up there, like this. Okay, then you get a piece of hair like this, okay? And you wrap it around. And this is what you need your bobby pin for. Okay, so then you get your bobby pin and secure it into the hair tie. Again, so much elegance. There's just so much finesse in this clip. I just love myself. Alright, so let's try that again. So yeah, just push that into the ponytail. If you can, you can. You can. There we go. See? We can. Okay. Then I get another one. And I just go on the other side just for good measure. Good measure. Okay guys, so this is almost the finishing product. There's just one more step. Now I've got a big ass forehead, but there's ways to get around that. So if you've got a big ass forehead too, listen up sis. So we get our baby hairs and we brush them all forward. This is how I do it anyways guys. Get a soft toothbrush and you just brush that shit forward. See how there's like little bits that are like coming off it? Don't worry. Sweep it. Okay, do the same thing on the other side. Get a little bit more of this. Gosh, battery's gonna die. So let me do this really, really fast. Okay, because my battery's gonna die, I'm just gonna do my outro now, guys. Alright, so that's it. That's my final look. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your time. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at IamTK. Please like, follow, and subscribe. Hit the bell so that you get notifications every time I post. Thank you so much for your time. Love ya.